She's probably the greatest athlete ever to come out of LSU sports. You heard it here first. Man and female.
I love the competitive. I love the competitive aspect. Male and female.
Male and
female.
She's
yourself included.
Yes, because guess what? Boy. She delivered. She delivered that package.
Being a phenom may seem easy when you've got good coaches and a template to follow, but only few come into the league with much hype without being all barks but no bite. As for Reese, she doesn't only bark, her bites are deadly. She is a real dog. And not only that, when you hear one of the 75 greatest hoopers echo words like Angel Reese is the greatest player to ever come out of LSU, male or female, this is the story of a college phenomenon to a WNBA. The early days, a born athlete. Angel Reese's basketball journey began long before she ever picked up a ball. Born on May 6, 2002, in Randallstown, Maryland, Reese was raised in an athletic household. Her mother, Angel Reese Sr., was a standout player at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC, and her brother, Julian, would go on to play for the University of Maryland's men's basketball team. With such a rich basketball pedigree, it seemed almost inevitable that Angel would find her way onto the court. But what no one could predict was just how far she would take it. From a young age, Angel showed a natural affinity for sports, particularly basketball. Whether it was playing pickup games in the driveway with her brother or dominating youth leagues, her love for the game was evident early on. She wasn't just tall, she was agile, coordinated, and had a basketball IQ far beyond her years. It didn't take long for her potential to shine through. Her high school career at St. Francis Academy in Baltimore was where Angel truly began to make a name for herself. As a freshman, she was already turning heads with her size, skill, and intensity. By the time she reached her senior year, she had led her team to multiple Interscholastic Athletic Association of Maryland IAAM championships, and she was widely regarded as one of the top high school players in the nation. Angel's high school accomplishments were staggering. She became known for her ability to take over games, particularly in high-pressure situations. Her dominance on both ends of the floor, whether she was scoring in the post, hitting mid-range shots, or blocking shots on defense, made her one of the most feared players in high school basketball. By her senior year, she was ranked the number 2 overall recruit in the country by ESPN, and every top college basketball program was vying for her commitment. But beyond the accolades and statistics, what made Angel Reese truly special was her mindset. From a young age, she approached the game with a level of seriousness and professionalism that set her apart from her peers. She wasn't just playing for fun. She was playing for greatness, and her family, with its deep roots in basketball, provided the perfect support system to help her succeed. By the time she graduated from St. Francis Academy, was only just beginning. Dominating at Maryland, a homegrown star. When choosing a college, Angel Reese decided to stay close to home and committed to the University of Maryland. For the Terrapins, landing Reese was a massive win. She was the highest-rated recruit in program history, and expectations were sky high. But Angel's freshman year didn't go exactly as planned. Early in her freshman season, Reese suffered a foot injury that limited her playing time and hindered her ability to make an immediate impact. It was a frustrating start to what was supposed to be a breakout season. Despite the setback, she still managed to average 10 points and 6 rebounds per game, showing flashes of the player she was destined to become. However, it wasn't until her sophomore year that Reese truly came into her own. In her second season, fully recovered from her injury, Angel Reese emerged as Maryland's undisputed leader. She led the team in both scoring and rebounding, averaging 17.8 points and 10.6 rebounds per game. Her dominance on the boards was particularly impressive, as she consistently outweighed us as one of the best players in the conference. But even with all the individual accolades, something was missing. Reese was hungry for more team success, more championships, and more growth. That hunger led her to make a bold decision that would forever alter the course of her career. The transfer to LSU, a defining moment. In 2022, Angel Reese made one of the biggest decisions of her career. She transferred to Louisiana State University, LSU. The move sent shockwaves through the college basketball world. LSU, under the leadership of Hall of Fame coach Kim Mulkey, was building something special, and Reese's arrival was seen as the missing piece to their puzzle. But no one could have predicted just how transformative this move would be, not just for Reese, but for the entire LSU program. From the moment she set foot on LSU's campus, Reese was determined to take her game to new heights. Under Mulkey's guidance, she found a system that maximized her strengths. LSU played a fast-paced, aggressive style of basketball that allowed Reese to thrive in transition, dominate on the boards, and showcase her defensive versatility. The 2022-23 season was a breakout year for Reese in every sense of the word. She averaged 23 points and 15 rebounds per game, numbers that placed her among the top players in the country. But more importantly, she led LSU to its first ever NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship. It was a historic moment for the program, and Reese was at the center of it all. Her performance in the NCAA tournament was nothing short of spectacular. In the Final Four, she put up a double-double with 24 points and 17 rebounds, cementing her status as the tournament's most dominant player. Her ability to control the paint, score in crucial moments, and play lockdown defense made her a force to be reckoned with. But it wasn't just her stats that made an impact. Reese was the emotional leader of the team. She played with a fire and intensity that inspired her teammates and intimidated her opponents. One of the most memorable moments of the championship game to a season in which she'd been the heart and soul of the Tigers' historic run. Reese's impact on LSU's program cannot be overstated. She didn't just help them win a championship. She changed the culture. Under her leadership, LSU became a team that played with grit, determination, and an unwavering belief that they could win. For Reese, the move to LSU wasn't just a fresh start. It was the moment she solidified herself as one of the best players in college basketball. International success, dominating on the global stage. In addition to her college success, Angel Reese has also made a name for herself on the international stage. In 2023, she was selected to represent Team USA at the FIBA Women's AmeriCup in Mexico. This was an opportunity for Reese to showcase her talents against some of the best players in the world, and she did not disappoint. Throughout the tournament, Reese was one of Team USA's most consistent performers. She played a pivotal role in the group stage, helping lead the team to dominant victories over Venezuela and Colombia. In the quarterfinals, Reese recorded 13 points and 18 rebounds in a standout performance that underscored her ability to dominate in the paint against international competition. Despite her individual success, Team USA fell short in the final, losing to Brazil. Reese struggled in the championship game, finishing with just 4 points and 6 rebounds. It was a disappointing end to what had been an otherwise stellar tournament. But for Reese, the experience was invaluable. Competing on the international stage helped her develop new skills, face different styles of play, and prepare for the next level of competition. Reese's time with Team USA highlighted her ability to perform on the global stage, but it also underscored areas where she could continue to improve. International competition is faster, more physical, and often more strategic than college basketball, and Reese learned firsthand what it takes to succeed at the highest level. While Team USA didn't win the gold, the tournament served as another stepping stone in Reese's development as one of the game's brightest stars. Breaking down Angel Reese's game, a complete player. Now that we've explored Angel Reese's journey, let's dive into what makes her such a special player. Reese's game is built on a combination of physical dominance, basketball IQ, and versatility. But to truly understand her greatness, Reese's rebounding ability is perhaps her greatest asset. Standing at 6'3", with a wingspan that gives her an advantage over most opponents, she has an uncanny ability to track down loose balls and position herself perfectly for rebounds. It's not just her size that makes her a great rebounder, it's her timing. anticipation, and tenacity. Reese doesn't just grab easy boards. She fights for every possession, often outmuscling bigger players and securing second-chance opportunities for her team. What separates Reese from other rebounders is her ability to dominate on both ends of the floor. On defense, she's a relentless force, boxing out opponents and grabbing defensive rebounds to end possessions. On offense, she's equally dangerous, crashing the boards for putbacks and tip-ins that demoralize defenders. Her rebounding presence alone can change the complexion of a game, giving her team crucial extra possessions. 2. Offensive versatility. Reese is far from a one-dimensional player. Offensively, she's a nightmare for defenders because she can score in so many different ways. In the post, she uses her strength, footwork, and finesse to back down defenders and finish through contact. Her ability to score with either hand makes her even more difficult to guard in the paint. But Reese's offensive game extends beyond the low post. She's developed a reliable mid-range jump shot, which forces defenders to respect her from outside the paint. When she's hitting her mid-range shots, it opens the floor for her to drive to the basket or create for her teammates. This versatility makes her one of the most complete offensive players in the game today. 3. Defensive impact. While Reese is known for her scoring and rebounding, her defense is just as impactful. She's a versatile defender who can guard multiple positions, thanks to her size, length, and agility. Reese's ability to block shots and alter opponents' attempts at the rim makes her a valuable rim protector, but she's also quick enough to defend on the perimeter when needed. Her defensive instincts are sharp, allowing her to anticipate big plays and disrupt passing lanes. Whether she's contesting shots in the paint or switching onto guards in pick-and-roll situations, Reese is a defensive anchor for her team. Her ability to guard multiple positions gives her team flexibility and allows them to play in different defensive schemes based on matchups. 4. Leadership and mental toughness. Perhaps one of the most underrated aspects of Angel Reese's game is her leadership. Reese isn't just a star player. She's a leader on and off the court. Her passion for the game is infectious, and she sets the tone for her team with her intensity, focus, and competitiveness. When her team needs, from dealing with injuries early in her college career to the pressure of leading LSU to a national championship, she has shown an ability to rise to the occasion in high-pressure moments. Her confidence in herself and her teammates is unwavering, and that belief fuels her ability to perform in the clutch. Areas for improvement. What's next for... Like any young player, Reese is still developing, and there are several aspects of her game that she'll need to refine as she prepares for the next stage of her career. 1. Three-point shooting. One area where Reese could improve is her three-point shooting. While she's developed a reliable mid-range game, extending her range beyond the arc would make her an even more dangerous offensive threat. Adding a consistent three-point shot would force defenders to guard her further from the basket, opening up more driving lanes and creating more space for her teammates. In today's game, the ability to shoot from long range is almost a necessity, especially for players who want to excel at the professional level. Developing her three-point shot will be key to expanding Reese's offensive game and making her a more versatile scorer. 2. Ball handling. While Reese is effective in the post and can score off the dribble, her ball handling can be inconsistent at times. Improving her handles, especially in transition and under pressure, would allow her to create more scoring opportunities for herself and her teammates. This is particularly important as she transitions to the WNBA, where defenses are faster and more aggressive. Better ball handling would also help Reese become a more dangerous player in transition. Given her size and athleticism, she has the potential to be a force. And one of the challenges Reese has faced throughout her career is managing foul trouble. Her aggressive style of play can sometimes lead to unnecessary fouls, which can limit her minutes on the court. Learning to play with the same intensity while avoiding fouls will be crucial for her continued success. Additionally, Reese's fiery competitiveness, while an asset, can sometimes get the best of her. There have been moments where her emotions have boiled over, leading to mistakes or distractions on the court. Learning to channel that passion in a positive way and maintaining emotional control will be important as she matures as a player. The future. How good can Angel Reese be? At just 22 years old, Angel Reese's career is already filled with remarkable achievements. But the most exciting part is that she's just getting started. her potential seems limitless, and many experts believe she could become the face of the WNBA in the near future. Reese's skill set is tailor-made for the professional game. Her combination of size, athleticism, and versatility makes her a matchup nightmare for opponents, and her leadership qualities make her an ideal franchise player. As she continues to develop, particularly in areas like three-point shooting and ball handling, she could become one of the most well-rounded players in the league. What's more, Reese's charisma and marketability extend beyond the court. She's a natural leader and a role model for young athletes, particularly girls aspiring to play basketball at the highest level. Her confidence, passion, and work ethic are qualities that resonate with fans, and her impact on the game extends beyond her individual performance. Looking ahead, Reese has the potential to be a perennial MVP candidate in the WNBA, and it's not hard to imagine her leading a team to a championship in the future. But beyond the individual accolades and team success, Reese's influence on the game could be even greater. She's part of a new generation of women's basketball players who are elevating the sport to new heights, both in terms of skill and visibility. As women's basketball continues to grow in popularity, players like Angel Reese will play a pivotal role in shaping the future of the game. She's already made an impact at the college and international levels, and her journey in the WNBA will be closely watched by fans and analysts alike. Conclusion: the rise of a superstar. So, just how good is Angel Reese? Well, the answer's simple. She's already one of the best, and her potential is limitless. Her combination of skill, athleticism, versatility, and leadership makes her a unique talent in women's basketball, and her journey is far from over. At just 22 years old, Reese has already accomplished more than many players achieve in their entire careers. She's won a national championship, represented Team USA on the international stage, and solidified herself as one of the most dominant players in college basketball. But what's most exciting is that her story is still being written. As she prepares to take the next step in her career, Reese has the opportunity to become one of the faces of the WNBA and a global ambassador for women's basketball. Her influence extends beyond her stats. She's an inspiration to young athletes everywhere, proving that with hard work, determination, and a passion for the game, anything is possible.